500 likes. I bet you'll never miss. Have you ever seen someone titling his video on YouTube, "I pooped my pants"? And before you look back on my channel, I'm not talking about myself. I may have done something similar, but not as clear. This Steve dude in the next video has an issue in his kitchen, and this issue of course regards the emptiness of his food resources and the paranormal activities, such as the cabinet doors opening on its own, the drawers drawing the Mona Lisa. I mean, the drawers were doing what the cabinets were doing. The broom, or the mop, or whatever that stick he uses to clean his floors is called, that thing also fell by itself. While Stevie was making his favorite drink, a cup of warm milk, with a hint of tequila, these ghosts decided it was time to get rid of him, to take him out, to secure this dang house for themselves. So how will they complete their mission? How will they be able to get rid of him? How will they be able to end world hunger by finishing the main man behind this catastrophe? By sending a knife at full speed directly to his back. But unfortunately to them of course, they missed. They missed worse than I did that Friday night when I was supposed to pull out and spill it outside. In one of the videos, when I almost thought that Steve was either gay, or there are two people living in this property, because the guy who appeared in the clip where he was making his drink didn't look the same to me as the one who appeared in the clip where he was playing with a train toy like a little stupid kid. Back to the stupid kid. I mean, back to the train clip. While Steve was standing in the middle, trying to do something I couldn't understand, because the audio quality made him sound as if he was speaking some language from the Stone Age. The train started working for no reason.
As you know from my YouTube channel, this is where all the action happens. This time, I'm in the video. I'm on a group chat called Paranormal Experience, and there's a guy called Barrett. I hope I've pronounced your name right. I do apologise if the accent. In this, he showed me a video of his daughter's toy piano, and I think it was a neat video. It was playing it on its own and then stopped. He then asked the spirit to replay the piano, and lo and behold, the piano went off again. So I thought I would remake that in the same kind of situation as I'm in now, but I'm in the dark. And as you all know, what happens in this room usually is quite powerful stuff. I'm getting quite out of breath. I'm only eased. No way, look what's going on. Yeah, let me go and grab it. Get all that, you know, you can kind of get the light on. Can you see that? Can you see the handle? That's a trigger switch. Whoa! Sorry, something's in the lighthouse again. Right, listen, that's enough for recording, I'm done.
I don't know why this guy uploads each video with a lower quality every time. Each video has a lower resolution than the other, to the point where I can barely understand him speaking. That's what I call consistency. Have you ever seen a guy scared of his own slipper? I know this is kind of a weird question, but you should thank God that I didn't ask you the first question I had in mind. You would have lost the ability to sleep for at least 3 nights. Back to the question, why would anyone be scared of a slipper? Because they are scary. I mean, imagine you're trying to wear the slipper, and instead of you walking towards it, it comes charging at you. Here is Flamingo, that's what I will call him. We start with a nice wide shot of his legs that almost made me puke. If the activity didn't happen, I may have had to go to the hospital for a gastric lavage. And here is a thing. Flamingo's main problem is in the kitchen, which takes us back to Steve. And who in the world is Steve? Steve-O, the guy from the last clip. It hasn't been long for you to forget. Both men had the same problem, and it's mainly in the kitchen. But Fufu has a weird-looking doll hanging in his kitchen. And then they come complaining about the poltergeist activity, just like the Karens complaining about the equal pay. So while Flamingo was live streaming in front of the millions and the billions, and while his wide fan base were begging him to get a shout out, something in the back happened. Something in the back of my body, my spine started hurting me. The doctor told me about that problem if I don't stop lifting heavy objects. And something in the back of Flamingo went wrong, and I'm not talking about his body. I'm talking about his kitchen. His cabinets are so advanced they can be opened and closed by using voice commands, but the system had a bug. Do you remember the doll he had hanging on the wall? It also moves. How advanced. And last but not least, we get an even wider shot of his legs.
Gente, vocês estão vendo tudo isso lá na cozinha? Ó. Bateu a porta do banheiro. Eu tô sozinho em casa, minha mãe saiu.
Oi?
Tem ninguém aqui.
mesmo, é mesmo, é mesmo, é mesmo. Obrigado, gente, quem tá curtindo, quem tá seguindo. Vamos bater 20k, que eu sei que vocês querem conhecer a história da casa. Batemos 20k muito rápido. Mais rápido do que eu esperava. Cida Santana, Leandro, tá bombando. Gente, eu tô me sentindo famoso, gente. Meu filho, teve uma pessoa que reconheceu ele. Ele tem 80, eu acho que é 80 seguidores, gente. E um menininho reconheceu ele, gente. E caralho, velho. Que susto da pega. Ai, que susto, velho. Puta merda, mano. Ó o meu braço, como que tá? Ai, é bela. Gente. A tampa caiu, velho. Caralho, mano, que susto.
Alugo essa casa, ela é bem tranquila.
Derrubou isso, a arteira. Sonho, tu entrou aqui, eu.
Gente, não é por nada não, mas faz horas que eu tô ouvindo uns barulhos lá na cozinha, ó. Conseguem ouvir? Cara, eu tô com medo da porra de lá ver, mano. Eu tô sozinho aqui em casa, minha mãe ainda não chegou. Olha isso. Não sei se eu vou lá não, gente. Tô com medo da pega agora de olhar. O celular fica desfocando toda hora, vai. A gente entrou no banheiro. Que isso? Entrou no banheiro.
Aí deu descarga agora, deu descarga no banheiro. Poxa, que miséria é essa? Ei! Que isso, velho? Tem alguém aí no banheiro? Ou... Não tem ninguém. Como assim? Bateu a tampa do vaso, deu descarga aqui agorinha. Poxa, tá maluco, velho. Viu, hein?
Quando eu fico sozinho em casa,
E acho que é isso. Tá achando que eu tenho medo? Ó, tem medo não. Se eu demonstrar medo aqui, aí que ele vai querer se aparecer na frente. Oxi, que é isso? Oxi. Abrindo o negócio ali. Se eu demonstrar medo aí que... Se eu demonstrar medo aí que o negócio fica... Mas eu mesmo assim não tem medo não. Tem medo não. Acho que eu vou lá pra casa de mamãe, né? Acho que eu vou lá, só pra ver como é que ela tá.
Ó, se vocês conseguem ver. Fica vendo aqui, ó. Consegue ver ali? Não? Tem um negócio vindo ali, ó. Consegue ver agora? Caraca, velho. Olha lá. Meu chinelo.
Olha lá, boneca. Olha lá, mãe. Eita, mãe. Ela tá dançando. Ela tá dançando, ela. Ai, mãe.
I don't know what kind of house this is, but each part looks different than the other. And why does he have to always show us the bathroom? I wouldn't take a shower in there even if I had to stay dirty for 3 months. And why should they put a white bitch walking by in every Hispanic video? No one understands how this video starts or ends. And don't worry, I'm not talking about my whole video, I'm just talking about the next clip. I see you are shaking in fear that this boring video may never end. Don't worry, my child, we are going to get there soon. Hopefully. Anyway, as we were saying, because I'm considered a wee in this day and age, some dude decided to smoke a cigar outside, in the rain, which is weird. Why did he pick this time specifically? Why couldn't he just smoke inside in this weather? But a few moments later, I realized why he took that decision. His mate was trying to hit on him so much that he forced him to go outside. And how did I know that? 'Cause he followed him outside, trying to convince him to come back and that he wouldn't hurt him. But as he refused, some invisible fella saw the man and was also tempted to hit on him, so he tried to pull him. His mate was still standing there and tried to rescue him. And despite his efforts to save him, he was taken. After that, this mate tried to come back for salvation again. This ghost saw it, so he launched his friend at him so fast they both were thrown inside the building. At the end, this so-called ghost followed them in, did something dirty to them, and ended their relationship. The ghost was a guy in a black coat. I wonder what he did to them in there. I really don't want to think dirty about the situation, but I can't think of any other scenario. I'm going to say something smart in the next few seconds that should make me sound like a professional to the vast majority of people. Back in 1953, after World War II ended, and the flowers started blooming again, and the birds are back at it with their tweets before Twitter was a thing. In fact, before the internet was even a thing. So what the heck happened in that freaking year? Some railways line was left to rot and dismantled. Is that the professional line that I wanted to say that should make me a genius? I think so. Grizzly bear is on a trip to camp in that location where people said the lady in white is hunting. And who is that bitch in white? And since when do grizzly bears camp in the woods? Did I say a grizzly bear? I meant grizzly Gaz. That's as far as I know about this dude, plus the fact that he laughs at everything literally. You may tell him that his entire family passed away in a plane crash, and he will say something emotionally charged before he mixes it up with a laugh. But in the clips you will see, he is not laughing, he is living tragedy. Now the real question is, what did he encounter? He himself just heard the sounds, but Fendi was the one to see the invisible. So his girlfriend had some secret vision powers, you say. Freddy is not his girl, she is the dog. Not that he is in a relationship with a dog, I meant that he just has a dog. Let's call the grizzly dude Brian. Brian was hearing singing and whistling sounds, which he couldn't find its source, while Fendi gave the reaction of someone who is seeing a falling dude. I mean, a falling angel.
I'm doing a bit of a stealth camp, because you're not really supposed to be in these woods. But there is a spooky story that goes with these woods. The lady in white is supposed to haunt this location. It's an old dismantled railway, and apparently the lady who lived at the farm up on top of this hill, she hung herself down here. Now this is going back into the 1800s, I think it was. Hello? Tap. Hello? Even our friends will heard that. Hello? 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 Come on. Come on, mate.
Why did he has to go into the worst place to camp? But let's be real. Almost every place in this world where people camp is considered to be somewhere scary. That's why if I hear singing sounds in this situation, I wouldn't have a knife like a butcher. My gun will be right up in the air shooting. More like I will be on the ground dead of fear. I can't even handle a gun. What comes to mind when I say Mandy ASMR? You would think that I'm about to show you some lady sexually trying to seduce you while claiming it's just an innocent ASMR video. But that's not true. Cause here is Mandy, who is dealing with an issue around her house. What issue? In her Ring camera, she have captured what looks like a lady in a white dress, who seems to have escaped her wedding, and by accident she just happened to have been walking by Mandy's house, who's already dealing with a scary issue, so that just escalated the situation. In the second clip, some dude in a hurry was about to explode. He wasn't a bomber, but his stomach was about to explode. He had to take a shit, and Mandy's house was the nearest to him, so he started knocking on her door and also scratching it. That's when I knew his stomach is not giving him an easy time. I have been there before. In the last clip, Mandy found some weird footsteps, which seemed to belong to Minniefoot. She couldn't offer Bigfoot.
So I'm coming up to check my trail camera. There's a set of prints coming up aside from my own. Those are mine. It looks like it's going directly towards where my trail cam is. The prints don't look very big. Still okay to go all the way through here. the camera at? I don't remember. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, literally prints right to my trail camera. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna check the footage. I gotta put batteries in the camera because it's dead. Hopefully it picked up footage. Because it's dead, it might not have. But there's clear prints in the snow all through my yard too.
All these accidents can be explained, but not by me. It needs some physicist. You really thought that I was going to break it down bit by bit and waste my life just to make sense out of it. Life is too short, son. You have to know that everyone has situations to deal with, and if this white lady is the biggest problem Mandy is dealing with, then what would she do if she had the problems I have? The problem of people not subscribing and ignoring the next video on their screen.